At our clinic, we often see people for TMS who have been dealing with depression for way too long. What I mean by that is that TMS should not be put off as a last resort, but so often in our healthcare system, it is. Coming up, I'll discuss some of the main barriers we see in our practice that might stop or delay a person from getting TMS. See you back in a second. Hey everybody, my name is Brendan Rowe. I'm a psychiatric mental health nurse practitioner, and this is Real Talk Mental Health in Vancouver, Washington, where we talk about mental health treatment from the provider's perspective. If that sounds interesting to you, please click the subscribe button and click the little bell, and you'll be notified when we release new videos. Okay, so we've discussed many times in our videos that TMS is not a last resort. So why is it being treated as such? The first and probably the most prevalent and difficult breakthrough is that there's still, unfortunately, quite a bit of misunderstanding about TMS, even among healthcare providers. We often see opposite sides of the spectrum on this. Some people believing that treatment is really weird and not based on research, and the other side believing that treatment is super invasive and the same or similar to more invasive treatments like electroconvulsive shock therapy. Neither of these are true though. TMS is research-based and it's been around for a long time, and it's shown to be very effective. It's actually not invasive at all, meaning that treatment only targets one area of the brain. It doesn't go system-wide like many other treatments for depression do, even medications. Time needed for TMS is the second biggest barrier that we see in our practice. So many people are okay with taking an antidepressant every day, sometimes for many years, even if they don't see results for 4 to 6 weeks. But the idea of taking time out of their day and rearranging their whole schedule to come to a clinic for 20 minutes of treatment can feel a little overwhelming. And I get it, it's a huge commitment, and I totally acknowledge the sacrifice and arrangements that are required to make this happen. But it's important to understand that TMS can only be truly effective when it's done on consecutive days, because treatments build on each other. As a healthcare provider, I wish there was a way around this to make treatment more accessible, but there just really isn't a way to do that yet. Remember though that unlike an antidepressant, results with TMS are long-lasting and sometimes permanent. So your 6-week sacrifice and commitment can have a really huge payoff for your overall mental health. The third big barrier we see, of course, is money. Even though most health insurances cover the cost of TMS, the client is still responsible in many cases for a copay or co-insurance, and that can really add up over time. And again, I in no way want to convey that kind of sacrifice is lost on us as providers, and I know that it's a stress and a burden for many, but the payoff can be so enormous. The research stands. Most people will respond to TMS and go on to live life with less or no depression. You're worth that. These barriers are significant, but we can't just wipe them away. But with some understanding of what these are, we hope that TMS can become more and more accessible to many people. And if you're struggling with depression or anxiety and you feel stuck, hang in there. Reach out for help. And if you're in the Portland or Vancouver area, reach out to us at TMS Northwest. We'd love to help you.